Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you've checked Twitter lately, but iOS 26 Beta 3 has rolled back liquid glass apparently. So we got to talk about that in this video because that has been making a lot of Twitter headlines. And frankly, I think they're kind of unwarranted. I've been running the beta on my phone now for, well, since day one, and it's came a long way. Day one was so laggy. That first 2 weeks was brutal. And because I'm dumb, I use this thing as my daily driver, and I installed the beta on it, and I use it for work and all that stuff. So I'm kind of a fool for that because that beta was terrible. Regardless, in that beta, we saw true liquid glass as Apple demonstrated it. It was pure liquid glass. It was like you put like a water droplet on a piece of paper and it like magnified things and it looked like glass and liquid. That's what it was on the first beta version of it. And now, in some apps, like the music apps, it seems they've significantly rolled that back. Or at least what people are saying on Twitter. Now, I beg to differ. I don't think that's exactly the case. Yes, it is definitely rolled back. Like, if we're looking right now, just for instance, and it's not going to focus in, look at that is not liquid glass in there. What I'm looking at right now, that is not liquid glass. That is basically the same frosted sort of Gaussian blur that we got inside of, you know, iOS 18 and others. But people are failing to talk about that in dark mode. It is almost literally identical to how it was even in beta 1. I think they made the change for legibility within beta 3. And I think they did it a little too strong. But again, what people are failing to understand is that is the point of a beta. They're supposed to be testing things out. They're supposed to get developers and consumers feedback on what they like, what they don't. Yeah, so this is kind of normal. And honestly, I think doing so has actually drastically improved the performance of this phone. Do I think that this version will be final? No, I don't. But I do think that it's not a bad thing at all that they are testing these things. It's okay to be testing dialing it back a little bit. It's okay to be testing amping it up a little bit, seeing what sticks. And the music app is not the best example. It's one example, but the rest of the software is pretty much the same. Some are a little bit more frosted, but for the most part, it still feels the same, and there's elements that still have that exact same liquid glass, even on the icons, even in Control Center, even in places. I think they just got to work out the kinks with this. They got to see what's going to stick. They got to see what works for legibility, and they're still trying to figure this out. I guess the thing for me that I would like to see out of this beta is them actually doing what people have talked about on Twitter and doing like a dialer where you could set it between full liquid glass and a frosted glass sort of thing. I don't know how easy that is to implement, but I do think ultimately that's probably the best way to go about this, especially if you're looking at it from a visibility standpoint for sure. I think that's something that obviously they have to consider no matter what they say. It's something they have to talk about, they have to consider, but all in all, everyone on Twitter is making it out to be like this is the worst thing ever, which is kind of crazy because in the same vein, they were the same people complaining about liquid glass. So on one hand, you have people complaining about liquid glass, saying it was way too much and ugly and didn't work for legibility. Then on the other hand, when they dial it back because of user feedback, they get mad. Like, what side are you on, brother? Seriously, it doesn't make any sense. Which side are you on? Are you for it? Are you against it? Because you're not making yourself clear, that's for sure. But all in all, it's I don't know. I'm okay with the fact that it's dialed back a little bit, and I'm okay that in dark mode it still is almost full liquid glass. But again, it's beta 3. We're nowhere near the final release. We still have till like mid-September before this thing comes out to the public. That's a lot of time to work out those little details. That is literally just them moving around shaders and things like that. Like, it's not that crazy of a thing to be testing out, especially when you did a massive redesign. So yeah, people getting hung up on this beta is crazy. It's like absolute, like people seem to have forgotten that this is a beta. This is not the final version of the software. They shouldn't even be running it if they think this is the final version. And that misinformation along the community is crazy. It really genuinely is. But I don't think it's that much of a problem. I'd love to hear from you. Do you think the change is a problem? If you made it to the end of this video, definitely comment a dolphin so I know that you stuck around to the end. And if you haven't already, be sure to get subscribed to the channel. All we do is talk about Apple. And with all that out of the way, thank you again so much for watching this video. And until the next one, I'll talk to you later. Peace out. I get 10 Brazilians like